Franny Case Time, Math Scientist, Let's Be for Disaster, Chapter 11. Maybe the bake goes to the bake bus. The next day at school, there was nobody at the bake table. There wasn't even any kids in the hallways or classroom either. Did I accidentally show off here in the Saturday again, Franny asked herself. No, this is something stranger than that. I wish Igor was here to help me. She pulled her breath-sniffing robot out of her backpack. I bet I can master this to sniff out other things, she said, and with a few little adjustments, a couple rubber bands, and a handful of paper clips, she finished it. Find Igor, she told it. Should be easy. He kind of smells like a burp, and it starts sniffing its way down the hall. The robot stopped in the front of the door to be a screw basement and beeped. Down there, she asked it, but it beeped again. I wonder what he's doing there, she said, and slowly walked down the stairs. As she headed down the she heard the sounds of people working and she started to smell the muffins baking. Maybe the muffins man had seen Igor, she said as she came around the corner and saw exactly what was going on. Long paper lined the basement with kids mixing ingredients and pouring them into muffin pans. Igor was loading the pans into one of the brand new ovens along the wall. If this wasn't old enough, everybody also seemed almost half asleep. Oh, hi, Franny, the muffin man said cheerfully. Isn't this great? Do you want to help? What are you doing? She demanded. We are making muffins, he said, and not just for the kids at this school. We are making them for everybody, everywhere soon. The whole world will get to enjoy my wonderful muffins. Franny shook Mona's shoulders. Mona, why are you doing this? Mona looked at her and smiled weakly. He pays us in muffins, Franny. If we have them, we can have all the muffins we want. They were just supposed to be for the bakers, Franny said, to raise money for art supplies and musical instruments. Mona shrugged. The muffins are the only things we care about now, Franny. Well, I'm shutting this thing down, Franny said. Let this minute, no more muffins. The kids stopped what they were doing and looked at her angry. Even Igor growled at her. You don't understand, Franny, the muffin man said. I used to just be the first here at the school. I know that. I bet you, Franny snapped. I did my best to hit the school and make the kids happy, but it was always too hard for some and too cold for others. No matter what I did, I couldn't safety them all. The kids went back to working on the muffin as he spoke. But then you made me into a baker, and I came off with my wonderful recipe, and everybody loved it. They are all happy now. Franny knew she couldn't just turn him off. He was too big and heavy to attack. Plus, he was burning hot. Even if she somehow managed to tip him over, his fire could burn down the school. There were too many kids in the basement for her to start a fight with the muffin man. It was too dangerous. Franny had to think fast. Yes, Franny said, pretending to be echoing. You've done a great job here. I'm not surprised that people like the muffins so much. It's a spectacular recipe. The muffin man smiled at her. Of course, the muffins would be better if the kids had little skills like yours. I mean, you are designed to be the greatest baker, guys. These guys are just trying to do their best. But I'm training them, the muffin man said. Yeah, am I sure they're okay? And they'll get better in many years from now, Franny said. But you taught me everything in a single night, the muffin man said. Well, yes, Franny smiled. I am a scientist. I use special enormous. But don't worry about it. Your way is fine. The Muffin Man thought for a moment. Will you help me train them to be expert bakers? You could go get your experiment. I can pay you in muffins. You can have all you want. I don't think so, Franny said. Just try one, the Muffin Man said, and he grabbed her and pushed one toward her face. Franny shrugged. She knew she did not want to eat one of those. I'm a fruit, Franny said. I've been eating them all morning. But just to be nice, I'm going to my lab But just to be nice, I'm going to my lab, grab a few things, and be right back, Franny said, pulling away from the Muffin Man's grasp. Come on, Igor, you can help me. Igor looked at her and shook his head. Franny was shocked. 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 Igor was refusing to help her. He had been eating the muffins too. He was under their spell. Oh, I guess you're busy, she said. That's okay, Igor. I can do it by myself. And Franny ran off the stairs and all the way home. Even Igor is hooked on those muffins, Franny cried. She had been able to count on him since the day she got him, and some days she had never felt more alone. Chapter 12. Smart cookies don't crumble. Franny dug through a box of inventors. I have no idea what to do. I mean, my own Autogoner will turn the Muffin Man into an octopus. But what if that lets him bake things 4 times at first, she wondered. I could just launch him to the moon in a rocket, but the kids will all know the recipe now, and they'll just keep making muffins on their own, and I'm not sending all those kids to the moon with him. I suppose I could just lock them all down there in the basement, and at least they couldn't give the muffins to anybody else. But that wouldn't be fair. It's not really their fault. I've always known how to fight great big monsters, but this is different. Franny sat down and looked at the painting that Igor had done of himself and smiled. I guess he'll never paint one of me now, she said sadly. Wait a second, she said. Even if I can't convince them to get rid of those muffins, I might know who can. And in a flash, Franny was running back to the school basement. Chapter 13. Have you seen Muffin Man? In the short time, Franny had been gone. The muffins were already peeling off in the lobby and spilling out the doors of the school. It wouldn't be long before the Muffin Man really did have enough for the whole world. She made her way back down into the basement. Looks like you are really cooking, she said with a nervous laugh. Igor wheeled around and answered suspiciously. Muffins were all that mattered to him now, and he knew what Franny could be very tricky. I brought a special hammer, Franny said, putting the invasion of her backpack. It will let us download all of your awesome baking skills into the brains of all your helpers here. That sounds wonderful, the Muffin Man said. Who should go first? Everybody, I guess, Franny said. How about Mona? Igor let out the low growl. Franny puts the helmet on the top of Mona's head and smiled at the Muffin Man. Pretty soon, she'll be almost as good at baking as you, she said. Mona smiled at Franny and said, That's perfect. I always wanted to be a muffin maker. I thought you always wanted to be an artist, Franny whispered to her, and she shrugged. Igor began to move toward them. Franny ran in close to them nobly, but Mona could hear her. Mona, this is my vernacular helmet. When I turn this on, you're going to get a look at the future that awaits you. You're going to see what this muffin will bring you. I bet it's going to be great, Mona said. Now, Werner is your future, Mona, Franny said, and flipped the switch. Mona saw herself as a teenager, making muffins and selling them to people. She did not look very happy. As the hermit talked, she saw farther into her future. She looked the worse she was around, and her brushes and cabinets were using the color. She looked sick. She saw her little brother and her friends eating the muffins, and never ascribing much more than that. She gets older and older, and it never gets better. A tear rolled down her cheek. You're right, I didn't want to be an actor, she whimpered. Franny took the hand of her. Franny, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this to myself. Just keep this stuff to yourself for now, Franny told her softly, and go get Vincent. So soon Vincent was visualizing his future. He wasn't a musician. He wasn't really anything. He was just an unhappy adult who had sold his future to buy muffins. Franny took off the helmet and told him to just as Mona had done, and to bring another kid over. But then Franny heard Igor behind her sneering. You know that I'm up to something, don't you? She said, reaching for a muffin. You're right, Igor, I am. I figured out how to make these muffins even better, she said, and she dropped one into the helmet. He was still suspicious, but he knew that Franny was smart enough to make anything better. Just try it, Franny, she said, and she held out the helmet like it was his old familiar dog dish. Igor sniffed curiously and then slowly stuck his head into the helmet. Suddenly, Franny pulled it over and his head and turned it up. Igor saw his future. He was an old dog now, missing some teeth and living on the streets. He limped around whining and groaning. He has no home, no muffins, and whatsoever, no Franny. He pulled his head out of the helmet. He couldn't look at her. He was ashamed of himself. Franny hugged him. It's okay, she said. You understand now. Igor nodded. Franny stalked around, carefully putting the helmet on each kid, relating to them what their future world hold if they keep eating the muffins in their hopes of being doctors, doctors. The muffin destroyed all of those strings. Each kid tore off their apron and threw down their spoons and the mixing bowl. We quit, they shouted. Chapter 14. Kiss the cook goodbye. The fire inside the Muffin Man blazed and his eyes glowed with measuring orange flames. It's over, Muffin Man, Franny said, and she grasped girls to clear the kids who were shoving the muffins into trash. They realized what you're making them so fast. Your muffins are history. The Muffin Man laughed a hollow Metaxic laugh. You think this is the end? He laughed. This muffin recipe is perfect. I'm going to share with the whole world, even if the kids have stopped eating them for now. They'll stop again, and then I'll make everybody everywhere happy. Franny looked at Igor. You remember any of your gymnastics? She asked him, and she harnessed him into her shoulders. With a jump and a twist, Igor flipped through his air and shoved the humming vibrator hammer down on the head of the Muffin Man. The Muffin Man stood in the state of shock as the vibrator hammer showed him a vision of his future. It was a sun-bright future where people sniffed around ashamedly. They ate nothing but his muffins, but they did without joy. It was a horrible, unhappy world that he had created, and the Muffin Man couldn't bear to look at it. He slowly removed the helmet. But I promise never to do anything this rough, he said sharply. I dropped the helmet to the ground. I promised to make the best thing I possibly could. The Muffin Man slowed and the fire inside him shrank to just a few growling embers. My muffins did really make people happy, do they? He asked Franny. At first, they think they're happy, she said, but that doesn't last long. People are usually happiness when they're creating things, learning things, or trying to make the world themselves better. The Muffin Man nodded. No more muffins making, he said, and he dropped his little chef's hat and sniffer away, cracking up to the chairs. He's gone, Mona said. You beat him, Franny. The kids cheered. It wasn't me, Franny said. I knew I could never beat him. You all wanted those muffins so badly. It was clear that I could never make you stop. She lifted up Winriser helmet, but I wondered if maybe you could make yourself stop. Once you took a look at your features. I think that's what stopped him too. He was programming to try make the best things he possibly could, and to never be dragged off. Oh, once he understood what he had done. It made himself stop. I think that sometimes we are our biggest sisters, Franny said, as she and Eagle walked off to the chairs and headed home. When they got back to the lab, Franny put her stuff away. I wonder where the Muffin Man went, Franny said. Eagle shrugged and hugged Franny hard. He frowned bad about growling her, and she knew it. It's okay, she said. Chapter 15. He just knew it. Franny woke happily into school the next morning. She was looking forward to a perfectly normal day with her friends, but she didn't see any of them anywhere. Not in the house, not in the classroom. Oh no, she shouted. Did they get back to those muffins? She ran downstairs to the basement. All of those muffins were gone, and everything has been cleaned up. Where is everybody? She said to herself, and started wandering the house. Soon she heard laughter coming from the art room. The kids were crowded around and the Muffin Man and clapping. Get away from him, Franny shouted. It's dangerous. She put the organizer from her backpack. She had brought it just in case something like this happened. You never know when you have to turn somebody into an octopus. She starts pushing her way to the crowd. He's not dangerous, Mona said. He's a killer now. You know, we can bake things out of clay. I'll invent myself, the Muffin Man said. I heard somebody say I could be Limba, so I thought for a long time, and I realized I could make more people happy by doing this. Now we can make all sorts of things, Vincent said. His froze down inside his belly. Look, I made something lovely, the Muffin Man said. He blew hard on it to cool and it off and handed it to Franny. It was a little face plate with the picture of a muffin and the words, "Thanks, Franny." It's a muffin plate, she said. Franny looked at unscornfully. Not for my muffins, he laughed. I don't do that anymore. It's for one of those nasty ugly ones that Mona makes. Franny laughed and threw her arms around Mona. Now that I think about it, Mona, I really like your muffins the best of all. The end.